Yet within that period, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, as Minister of Energy, has worked so hard to ensure that science is on so born in economic crisis is negotiating with IPPs. On the moment providing a fango gas and the power electricity.
Finally, Abrewa Eyipuma Kwemu, Dennis Mirakwabwaje, Director of Communication for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, finally Wababwente Abe announced Napo as Bawumia, the running mate Nyami Aduma 7 December, Ordeno Eko Kudeng, Aqua Pre, a returning Omampayina Konyano, Ediama, NPP, Manyoko Bra, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuor, ready to do Medina, Ebe, say, or President Edema or Mine Concron Ghana from 2016 to 2024 ye. Abusiafo said na wochi ye ana no de no social media no so kopiemu NPP akachia nipa ni di ene no Ghana fo asenase omampanyini ede ne nsesi so endorse ehira Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh say ne no ana Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ene NEC ene NPP executive fo hia mu no omoto atoaye na se bi omogege adwenkyere ebusabusa mu no na hu behia say Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ana osefata say running mate no ye de ema no na wetimi eka Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ho no mutimi kokoden edema MPP amanyoko sasemwe ebeto social media no so de Ghana fo be na ana atwensem ne ne abasa ebisi ampa no kore nsama yetito social media no so no kore nenso na yenyantin nsem bia free Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ne camp anasa no ankasa na num no na etwetwe so kakra se yenjindi sampa ye de Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh akokire omampanyin na dankwa Kufuor amana hira no ama ye hwe animu se Bawumia na abeba bonten ababetu no num tuase bibi e de ache Ghana ne yenka bi shemu Abrewa Eyipuma Kwemu from the office of the Vice President Nakache Anna Eyon Wankasa the Communication Director Dennis Miracle Abwaje Ababe Nansisa Diwe Edi Ache Ghana for Esisu Sampa in Samana Yetiti Senapo Anene no Oye running mate Ediama Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia no Edemutrodo Neno Ano Amananso wa Sentia. After all, nipa brena na go social media no so the life of Apostle Opoku nyina yama me fremo se opare Cecilia Dapa Chemensa Bonsu Kwabena Japan John Kuma oye ne ba bi ko ya wodu twomudi secretary social media no so yenyomu mu bia na napo a Ghana force so arrogant say bi oni nkasa wo mu ade no wono ana Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eyi no yakuti ensem no bi enfamra sisi
enei afina nana akasa into the American area na nasi kanini na nasi se nyame adom na oton super ekuso na ade tia wada yetinkom ne ahoden wo ho a na se wi asia se nkom ade a ode Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh edin ena ode be kwakoche National Council of the New Patriotic Party. Now, what's wrong with India? Or did you say, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh Ebekanoa? A bit to me, a man couldn't be a pray December 7th. No, every year precope. Now, Abuana or Tichena Baya, which me a man by Nejumaso, a conkai. Now, me did say, you heard Comodia, Dr. Bawumia, a dear demo. And in Penifonium with Tim Como and Comodino and your party on the party for no Tim Como on a soft for Nananum key opinion leaders, civil society leaders, and a Kukudam Penifaka Siaka Bria Wagana Hans with Uncomasha several weeks ago. Answer and Yababi do baby me would say based on consultations our year and in Comodia within the year. Yawadano, National Council so at the stamp basis so let's just say in your perfect pair for the next chapter of Ghana's development, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
Not just at the okay, a done deal. But they're not so the chat nti etumi de bɔ mpɛsie ɛnyɛ likely sɛ koduru mpanimfoɔ hɔ yɛ wada wɔn bɛtwa about ten bia wɔn ho.
Alright, also the issue is that yes, or tell me the what can the naka and yet the nanadri.
Yes, I pepe.
See, meaning the nanadri dear. So I may see in one who've trying to bring an amidjaho. Yes, and I hear me an amidjaho. Or Bob on Hawk in an amidjaho to meet me. The Tibia and Koma would do a day money the Senate minimum. And so then young Kasaya, very waka. So if you're not we are now waiting. Not what you know some. And they are feeling Nana Akasa into the American area. Then Nancy air canini. Media baby Ameteno. Benitia say, Omo National Council no. Do na new meeting commercial they must see that. And see answer na ne ebeba bontema yenyina yatse no. Na chese onye omedi nkomo wamba bonti ambe cancer nti na wankasa odi ho adanse say over the past weeks and days and months no fredi is you the munyabotre munyabotre penufo di nkomo sie nti nei se wo hu say waba bonti aba be catch national officers ni ade a ba news man chese o gidi say omo ese onye omedi nkomo nyina no ono omedi wie penufo ya so na ya wada omo te national council dan ni mu enti ebe din say bia ebe ka say in Sakai Bim, but sad decision in National Council, the Indian no more for now. However, no, but we are very confident a BBS, a better Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe.
For general, we are a dinner by come on, I shall see ma. Have you we anti your cry? Meaning, I'm one Minukoba could be so. Sir, guy named near Napo, and I day all I say, and name Naya or Napo. And you strategically much at Diamond per se, and I 2020 campaign song no opposition, no mobile or now puno, or moon to me because I believe you on the Bobia, not what I say, running matina or more endorsement. I advertise them.
So I would just say, if anything, you cry normally MPP. Yeah, and this one you can need to be the Asapa, okay, back here by. Mahama, the Baba. Okay,
Mackay.
Some more, I'm no decabo when you say mix. And on the Magana Democracy.
As a member of the campaign team, I will cry a communication director. Muji nomination and answer Dr. Machopuku Prempe saying.
You see, in the decision to nominate a running mate, no flag bearer no share Nyoma Mienu, a big kind of the break home. But the two critical issues near the kind, as I said, winning elections and our forming government, the war. In the why and obey to me a day political capital, Ababeka or no flag bearer, and the no one home. Now yet may win elections. And yeah, well. Every confidence, 150% confidence in Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. Say he brings on board enormous political capital. A complimentary Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia via Odebano to help Yen as a political party see be winning elections once and for all. Or a huge figure in the Ashanti region is stronghold. Ashanti region, Edono, almost seen a film, and as a member of parliament, he's one of the few MPs in parliament and in Ghana, and they be almost elections over 80%. And it tells you how much the people love him. Elections are and almost every election of the Kobiano. The returns are very high. And see, for him coming from our strongest hold, na yeshesenia asantemai edono esifana. There is no doubt say vote na kana antenne out ametwa BMP 2020 no. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe between me APM or the Tuabanamai. From the Ashanti, Eastern, Mono East, Central, Western region, Greater Accra region, the lover of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. And also, so be bad battle also. And that political capital there, it's without doubt. You're also in say, we win elections today, you know. It's how to say what buying. That's it. This is say your name is I didn't want to buy, no. What the talk we na, which is more mine. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, undoubtedly, without any argument, Obia Bedia dance here say, a Juma Cassium you know, ye ba ben. On my penny the share in Sano. So, what a for a Roger Minister and the trainer. I hope a minister, the say, what one the home model executive the mandate in year, Obia budget swat, that's how much you poke Rebecca, Obekaya. And now, no Ministry of Education. Almost everybody was applauding the leadership skills and the qualities they acquire offers our managing Ministry of Education. In fact, Edu baby crampono, now Omomuti Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe who dance here were the key stakeholders in the sector. Civil society organization and one Ministry of Education sector, they catch us and listen. Matthew Poku Prempe is an exemplary leader. The FN is saying labor unions, what do you say normally? Labor unions and education sector, Omo has been passed away. Omo near dream. Omo very charismatic near there. And you always hear of them in a certain light. But for the entire period, another time at Upoku Prempe Ministry of Education, Obiabedia dance here say we barely had labor union upheavals. Say yan education sector. Say teacher for say Jumaye for one sector, non-teaching staff, and I say we no. Because of the leadership quality. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, the crowd or the core ministry. Share today, one of the biggest social intervention policies this country has ever seen, which is the free senior high school policy. Within 6 months, implemented. And name undoubtedly one of the most impactful policies on my way a free senior high school. And it was implemented in very difficult times. Very difficult moments of this country. That was when it was implemented by Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. And he ensured, or Bawumia ensured, say, even though it was a new policy that had challenges and logistical constraints, on making sure, say, obey implemented. Now the key objective, which was to ensure, say, that the Nipia Benya school without hindrance, on making sure that would happen. About Ministry of Energy. You agree with me, say open Minister Bakua, or yes, stable, what provided stability in our energy sector in the past few years in this country. In difficult times, in fact, in difficult economic times, when you saw my way, every time there economic crisis, the first idea among who say on my economic crisis about a energy crisis. In 1992, Ghana in economic crisis, the first area being suffer a energy crisis. This country has gone through one of the most difficult economic periods since 2020, fighting a global economic crisis, trying to come out of a global economic crisis, and yet within that period, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, as Minister of Energy, has worked so hard to ensure that economic crisis is negotiating with IPPs. On the providing fango gas and the power electricity. On no negotiate day and night. On no team come on the provided power producing companies. On no negotiate on no team come 24/7 or provided upgrade to our grades. Provided a lot more power stations. All the time you see Napo working, simply because when you give him the job, he gets it done, and he stays focused to ensure that human are their sentence obey sa subano, sa nieno, sa ntitieno, sa character na okura, the go getter, character, results-oriented character, focus character, no water, is one of the key reasons why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia empower as a running mate to ensure say Dr. Bawumia ni swadi ho a wahihya mo man we no. He would get a partner in Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, a running mate that is results-oriented, running mate that is a goal-getter, running mate to stay focused to the objective, so that yet or minor, the tea will be covered by this running mate. And these two key ingredients, any normal minua, it did Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kind or the power Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And that decision is a perfect decision for the party and for Mother Ghana.
Now, Dennis, when now, okay, no, attribute and the man stand tall or stand tall among a dear baby by no. Who other names are not a PPM.
Over to me, all the other people, with me, but the truth of the matter is, I don't come back, no, Nipa, in a pet. Ebia, in fact, you were attributing the crowd, Obi War, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, any. So as you say, a bad didn't say a better say, Nipa back or attributing Debbie. And there are certain attributes in Swa, maybe Obi and Uncle also pay running mate or Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, any attributes. Sounds on Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, certain attributes are other people also. Any attributes. And see, at this point, we have a decision to make. And that decision that the flag bearer had to make is who, amongst all the people, would easily, but qualified, easily enable this party win the next election. Maybe I will be able to remember in terms of aiding us to win the elections. Secondly, why and it creates our strength and the qualities when I me na me to me I implementing my vision no say me to me nya kwan e beteche o man na enti these are the attributes a distinctly announce a ma Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh e dance kakra a beboa e ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni swadi ho no yitumi achieve.
Then again, quick one before we move to my next line of action in your campaign. Sabre ya baba ya evidently clear say Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Then Enra, some pundit as I say match the two running mates in the two biggest parties in Ghana, NDC and PP. Ebiso Napo de so here politically no or you ahead of Professor Jina no Opoku Agyeman. Say our constituency said you mention as to no or your certain MP wo ministries are wakwakoye adwuma wo mu ina ne osanso one of the arms of government which is the legislative ni na no epege no up na so eba no running mate dia kamia say Jina no Opoku Agyeman ahead because one why running mate into onim terrain 2020 okoye running mate campaign wonimu. And then again, Napo, the first time we near obey running mate. Enti asadi as running mate no. Jenny ahead and ya be put in a competitive advantage ama or against Beko NDC than Napo to NPP.
Analysis will maintain that. You know our co-election about 4 times. We win elections. We be on our campaign. We name say any penny campaign. We are severally. We be Napo. We are director of elections at some point. In our campaign day. Be on our parliament. We are parliament. We be a minister of energy. We are minister of education. It's your man. Yafanay na. Everything say Nana Professor Jane. You be to be the natural and in terms of politics. I think that the only commonality here. Okay, and I said the only common factor you to me there is running meet me ebe omeduma omaye when it comes to political appointment and buy moduma and open a more common denominator. So I just want to be far orange any apple and susu there just a okaso mu na fruit so the fact here is that, fortunately for us as a country, we have 2 running mates omuna education minister paying. In fact, Bakudivi and Bakube succeeded. And see, Ubisamia, make us say the easiest way I bet to me a measure, I bet to me a compare, some poor person comparison. I don't think that comparing them helps in any way. It doesn't boost anybody's chances. But some person we are the easiest way I bet to me a compare more. And your Ministry of Education. Yet the ma on the now year. Yet the Ministry of Education shared Nana, Professor Nana Jen Mensans and then of the year. Yet the Ministry of Education shared Dr. Matthew Poku Prempes and then near market. And on a better something for me, see, and I'm on one day year. As for the political capital there is no way anybody can run any comparative analysis between. It's even unfair to Professor Jen Nana. So we'll try to compare on Napo when it comes to their political way. I unfair. And you're completely unfair to her. If you want to be fair to Professor Nana, then the only common factor will be Majuma Mukoye wo.
Abusiafo nsem we bi ana ene no e trende e wa abefo tintan fidikesi so aso na ka kire mede ababesomo mede ababesomo de ne emphasize the PSA ema adabo frufin shi te sanse wo mo ano mo machi eye duma mitimi nya honkeka e betena ha sei e kan nsem ni bia e trende e wo social and media ne so it's all about trending stories e dia hini e wa abefo tintan fidikesi so so like ye page share leave you comment na subscribe page e fama me sanse me woni ma pa ne nsempa e de ma makra
eba enchance papa de bodan so pa dia eno ane adabo roofings and raste resist heat and afi ensan feeding so na ni premium color materials o de bodan so nti o ma warranty mo arishemu se wo pe adabo roofings e wo kumase ne mpatamu a fo ani kire ehwa overseas junction e wo enkran ene ne mpatamu so o de wani be kire Pokuasi station wa na ni main factory de e wo fancy a eben mupa Fre Adabof nani wo mu ni dwa esan se fa enchansen papa de bodan so pa de a o mu ni kenkon obi ani ho